Everyone has dreams. Everyone wants something greater, something brighter, something bigger than where they stand today. But let me remind you of a truth that is simple, yet sharp enough to change your entire life. Dreams without goals are just dreams. They look good, they feel good, but they will never take you anywhere unless you turn them into a plan, a path, and a commitment. A dream always begins as a spark, an idea, a desire, a picture of the life you want to live. But that spark cannot grow on its own. Without structure, it drifts. Without goals, it fades. Many people carry beautiful dreams inside them for years, but because they never build a roadmap around those dreams, nothing ever changes. The truth is simple. A dream without structure cannot survive the pressure of reality. Life will always pull you in different directions, distractions will steal your focus, and excuses will delay your actions unless you create a clear path forward. Structure gives your dream direction. It turns your desire into steps, your steps into progress, and your progress into results. When you give your dream structure, you stop relying on luck or motivation. You begin relying on intention. Most people want a better life, but very few actually plan for a better life. They say they want success, but they never write down a goal. They say they want to change, but they never outline what needs to change. They imagine a future, but they never build the daily habits that lead to that future. Structure is what separates dreamers from achievers. It allows you to break a massive dream into small, achievable tasks that you can work on every day. You start to see your dream not as a distant fantasy but as something real, something measurable, something you are actively building. When you add structure to a dream, it becomes intentional. You begin to recognize what matters and what doesn't. You start prioritizing your time instead of wasting it. You begin setting deadlines because you understand that a dream without a timeline is just a wish. The moment you write down your goals, organize your path, and commit to a plan, you take responsibility for your future. You stop waiting and start building. You stop hoping and start acting. That shift, small but powerful, is what leads people to success. Structure also protects your dream from fear and doubt. When you know exactly what to do next, fear loses its power. When your dream is broken into simple steps, doubt becomes easier to overcome. You don't need to see the whole staircase, you only need to take the next step. Each step you take gives you confidence. Each completed goal gives you momentum. And momentum transforms a fragile dream into a strong mission. Without structure, even the biggest dream stays trapped in your mind. With structure, even the smallest dream can grow into something extraordinary. The dream is the vision, but the structure is the system that turns that vision into reality. It is the discipline of writing goals, the patience of following a plan, and the courage of taking action even when you don't feel like it. Dreams show you what is possible, but structure shows you how to make it happen. If you truly want your dream to live, give it shape. If you want your future to change, organize your path. Build the structure that supports your dream, and watch your life rise with it. Discipline and consistency are the invisible forces that separate people who wish from people who accomplish. Anyone can feel motivated for a day. Anyone can feel inspired after watching a video or hearing a speech. But motivation is temporary, it comes and goes like the wind. Discipline, however, is steady. It shows up even when you don't feel like it. Consistency is what keeps you moving forward when motivation has disappeared. Together, they form the bridge between dreaming about success and actually achieving it. Most people underestimate how powerful small, repeated actions can be. They look for big leaps, dramatic progress, or overnight breakthroughs. But real success doesn't work that way. It grows slowly. It builds quietly. It comes from doing the right things again and again, even when no one is watching. Discipline is the ability to stay committed to your goals even when your emotions try to pull you away. Consistency is the willingness to show up every single day, whether you're tired, distracted, or discouraged. These two habits turn ordinary efforts into extraordinary achievements. When you make discipline a part of your life, you stop allowing excuses to control you. You realize that you don't need to feel inspired to take action. You simply need to honor your commitment. You wake up and do the work because your goals matter more than your comfort. You focus on the process instead of the mood you are in. And with every disciplined action, you strengthen your mindset. You train yourself to stay focused, determined, and responsible for your future. Consistency brings results because it creates momentum. Every day you show up, you put another brick into the foundation of your success. One small step might not seem like much, but when repeated over weeks and months, it transforms your entire path. Consistency builds habits, and habits build your character. Your habits eventually become your lifestyle, and your lifestyle shapes your destiny. Success is not created in one big moment, it is created in hundreds of small decisions that add up over time. Even when setbacks happen, discipline and consistency hold you together. They keep you from quitting too soon. They remind you that failure is not the end, it's a part of the process. When you are disciplined, you keep going even when progress is slow. When you are consistent, you trust that your effort will pay off, even if you cannot see the results right away. People often admire success but ignore the effort behind it. They see the victory but not the hours of quiet, disciplined work. They see the achievement but not the long path of consistent action. The truth is simple. Dreams become reality only when discipline becomes your routine and consistency becomes your identity. If you can master these two, you can turn any dream into a result. If you can show up every day, even imperfectly, you will move further than people who only show up when they feel like it. Discipline builds strength. Consistency builds progress. Together, they build the future you dream about. Every meaningful goal demands sacrifice, and this is the part most people struggle to accept. Everyone wants success, but not everyone wants to give up comfort. Everyone wants a better life, but not everyone is willing to release the distractions, habits, and excuses that are holding them back. Sacrifice is not punishment, it is the price of growth. It is the process of letting go of what is easy so you can step into what is extraordinary. No dream becomes reality without something being exchanged. You must give up something to gain something greater. Sacrifice means choosing long-term rewards over short-term pleasure. It means waking up early when your body wants to sleep. It means working on your goals when your friends are out relaxing. It means studying, practicing, building, and improving while others are wasting time. Every hour you dedicate to your dream is an hour taken from comfort, entertainment, or distraction. But those sacrifices shape you. They strengthen your character. They sharpen your discipline. They force you to grow in ways you never expected. People often assume sacrifice is about pain, but it's really about priorities. When you truly want something, the things you give up don't feel like losses, they feel like steps forward. You stop seeing sacrifice as something taken from you and start seeing it as something invested in your future. The truth is, you are always sacrificing something. You are either sacrificing your goals for comfort, or sacrificing your comfort for your goals. One leads to regret, the other leads to transformation. Greatness cannot grow in comfort. Comfort keeps you stagnant. It protects you from challenges, but it also protects you from growth. Every successful person you admire has walked through seasons of discomfort, early mornings, late nights, hard failures, repeated setbacks, long hours alone building something no one else believed in. They sacrificed their comfort because they saw a future worth fighting for. Sacrifice also requires understanding that not everyone will support your journey. You may have to distance yourself from people who distract you, who drain your energy, or who don't understand your vision. This is one of the hardest sacrifices you will make, the sacrifice of relationships that slow you down. But every dreamer eventually learns that you cannot carry everyone with you. Some people are part of your past, not your destination. The truth is, sacrifice is not a moment, it is a lifestyle. It is choosing growth over ease every single day. It is pushing through when things get difficult. It is controlling your habits instead of letting your habits control you. It is being willing to feel uncomfortable now so you can feel proud later. The more you sacrifice, the more you gain. Confidence, discipline, skill, momentum, and a deeper sense of purpose. Your dream is waiting for you, but it will not come without a cost. Every step forward will require you to leave something behind. And that is exactly what makes the journey powerful. When you finally reach your goal, you will know you earned it. Not because it was easy, but because you were willing to sacrifice for it, fight for it, and grow into the person capable of achieving it. Goals transform a dream from a vague idea into a clear direction. Without goals, your dream floats like a cloud, beautiful but without destination. With goals, your dream becomes a roadmap, guiding you step by step toward the life you want. Goals give your dream shape, purpose, and strategy. They break the big vision into pieces you can actually work on. Instead of being overwhelmed by how far you have to go, you begin to see exactly what needs to be done next. This sense of clarity is powerful because it removes confusion and replaces it with confidence. You no longer wonder where to start, your goals tell you. When you set clear goals, you give yourself a direction to move toward every single day. Your mind becomes focused, your actions become intentional, and your energy flows where it truly matters. Without goals, you wake up and drift. With goals, you wake up and build. This is why goals are not just helpful, they are necessary. They guide your decisions, shape your habits, and keep your vision alive even during difficult seasons. A dream might inspire you for a moment, but goals keep you committed for a lifetime. Goals also give your dream accountability. When you write down what you want and when you want it, you create a promise to yourself. That promise pushes you to take action even when you feel tired or unmotivated. When you look at your goals, you're reminded of the future you are working toward. They become your compass when things get tough, your anchor when you feel lost, and your fuel when you feel empty. Every small goal you complete gives you momentum. Every step you take makes your dream more real, more reachable, more alive. Goals turn challenges into manageable tasks. Instead of being overwhelmed by the big picture, you focus on the next step. This reduces fear and builds courage. You don't need to know the entire journey, you just need to know the direction. Each goal achieved becomes a milestone that proves you are capable. That proof builds confidence, and confidence creates unstoppable momentum. Goals also protect your dream from distractions. When you have a roadmap, you stop wasting time on things that don't serve your future. You become more selective about how you spend your hours, who you spend them with, and what you give your attention to. This focus becomes your superpower. Many people fail not because they lack talent, but because they lack direction. A clear goal cuts through the noise and keeps you moving forward. Most importantly, goals transform your identity. They shift you from someone who dreams to someone who acts. They turn "I want to" into "I am doing." They turn hope into purpose. And when you consistently follow your goals, you don't just achieve external success, you grow internally. You become more disciplined, more confident, more resilient, and more capable. A dream gives you the vision. Goals give you the map. Together, they led you to a future that once felt impossible. When you combine purpose with direction and action, your dream stops being a dream and becomes your reality.